I'm shy. Look, he's so cute. Hello, romance. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Trouble Comes Twice. We are here again just to see if there's any difference. So we wish to play as Jace. Jace is openly narcissistic and easygoing. He insists he's straight, but everyone in his family knows he's not. Are you satisfied with your choice? I'm satisfied. Alright, let's continue. We're gonna just choose Adrien to start it off. Okay, it's completely new dialogue. Oh my god, this game is gonna be hella crazy. Because that's like 8 routes in total. And that's not accounting for like getting friend zoned and then like getting a relationship. I can't do the math right now, but that's a lot. That's a lot. The alarm clock on my cell phone wakes me up with a ringing tone so obnoxious I consider throwing the whole thing out of the window for a moment. With my thoughts still sluggish, I try to remember why in the world I'm stupid enough to wake up early on a Saturday. Alright, Adrien asked me out. Can't say no to Adrien. Sighing, I drag myself out of bed and towards the bathroom. Half an hour later, I wait in the living room ready to go. God, I'm tired. What are you doing up so early? I look up from my phone and find my twin sister leaning over my shoulder. She glances at the video I'm watching and scoffs. What kind of nonsense is that? I have no idea, but one of the guys from the basketball team shared it. I shrugged. It's not my place to judge the basketball captain's taste in music videos, so I totally... though I actually agree with Hazel. They're going out. I could ask you the same thing. I'm going to the cinema with Adrien. She pointedly turns to look at the clock on the wall, then back at me. It's only noon. Today is the premiere and we couldn't get any other tickets. And you insist on going today. For once, it's actually Adrien who wants to go. He's been looking forward to it and he doesn't have time the next couple of days. As if I get up so early if it were anyone else asking. Adrien rarely asks anything of me, so I can't reject him when he does. Is it a date? I put on the most incredulous expression I can muster. Is she really asking me that? I said with Adrien. I heard you for the first time. And you're asking me if it's a date? Indeed. I went out to watch a movie with him on Valentine's, and you didn't ask then. And that's not even the point. Why in the world would I go on a date with my childhood friend? Okay, maybe I'd date a childhood friend if she was a cute girl, so let me correct that. Why would I go on a date with my male childhood friend? Hazel opens her mouth as if planning to say something, but then she merely shakes her head and rolls her eyes at me. I don't get her thought process sometimes. Adrien is my, or rather our, childhood friend. He's been stuck to us ever since we were small, and I'm quite attached to him. He's more like a brother, though. Besides, I wouldn't date a guy. Sure about that, Jace? We about to? Hazel might be open to everyone, but I'm not like that. So Jace isn't? So does that mean all these guys will turn him like into like a curious person? The doorbell rings and I put my phone away. Have fun. You too with whatever mysterious thing you're planning on doing today. I open the door and am greeted by a wave of cold air. That's what I call a drop in temperature. What a nice way to say hello. Good morning, Jace. Oh, it's so nice to see Adrien again. I close the door behind me before patting Adrien's shoulder. At least you're acknowledging that it's still morning for me. I'm honored that you woke up just to go to watch a movie with me. That must have been terrible. I had to use an alarm clock. Can you imagine? I won a bit. His lips tug into a tiny smile. He doesn't smile as often as he should. His poker face doesn't suit him as well as a smile does. Do I have something on my face? A smile? I beam at him. The tiny smile on his lips vanishes, replaced by a deadpan expression. And it's gone. He raises his hand to mess up my hair. Hey! You deserve it. That's what I get for being a good friend. I wake up early just to watch a movie with you and you repay me like this. I'm hurt. Adrien lifts an eyebrow at me and starts counting on his fingers. I let you copy my notes and homework. I bought you that limited edition game when you were sick and couldn't get it yourself. I even help you with your housework. I freeze up awkwardly and clear my throat before continuing to walk. I guess I wouldn't be mad despite your offense, given your previous, considering that you've done me some favors. Don't forget that I level up your characters when you're too lazy, and I clean your room before it turns into a garbage dump. Yo, Adrien's too good. Okay, I give up. Dearest Adrien, I'm super grateful to have a friend as wonderful as you. You have my eternal gratitude. Is that enough? I pat at him. He looks amused by my act and pats my head again. As long as you're aware of it. Of course I am. I almost feel bad because of how much he spoils me. See, that's why I'm paying you back by waking up early. That's a high hurdle for me. As someone who has tried to wake you up more than once, I know. Ever since we became friends, Adrien has been staying over all the time. He almost lives at my place, and by that I mean both the house and my room. We get into the bus and ride to the city. The cinema is pretty empty at this time of day. Only a couple of people are standing around talking to each other. I don't remember the last time I was here. It was bursting with people. Was this hall always this large? I feel like Adrien and Jace's relationship here is completely like 180 compared to Hazel and Adrien. Like Adrien seems more like lovey-dovey on us, or more like physical on us, because like he ruffled Jace's hair multiple times, right? I look up at Adrien, whose attention is on some of the movie posters. Behind him I see more than a few women glance our way. I smile at them and one of them blushes while the others begin to giggle. I guess we always draw a lot of looks. I mean, you guys are two handsome dudes. I'm more popular on campus because I'm easygoing and friendly, but when we're out in the city, Adrien usually attracts more attention than me. He looks older, or rather more mature, I guess, it's his face. Adrien's calm temperament, it seems to strike a chord with a lot of young women. He looks dependable and gentle. Well, he is. It's almost weird that he hasn't had a girlfriend yet. Although, it might just be that he prefers more mature women. The ones I've met on campus don't have the same aura as a woman who has already started working and living on her own. I guess as students still have a long way to go before we can be considered adults. Would you say I'm childish? Sometimes I wonder what's going on in your head. How did you suddenly think of that topic? To answer your question, yes, I think you're a bit childish, but it suits you. It's nice that you don't try to act mature. What about Hazel then? Since I just around a bit without finishing my sentence. Hazel loves acting like an adult, but we both know she's far from being one. It's cute when she does it, so it's fine. You're both good the way you are. If she suddenly started acting like an adult one day, I'd be worried. I guess I'm enjoying the time I have left before the full package of adult responsibilities gets thrown at me. It's nice that you can. He smiles again, this time a bit wider. I wonder if it's because he was often alone that he grew up so mature. Not that his parents aren't nice or that they don't love him, but they were often busy when he was young. Still are, actually. I can thank my alien parents for that. Their parents are nice. They're not human. You know them. You can't tell them that those two are really human. Humans like that don't exist. What's wrong with my parents? I repeat myself over and over again, hoping to get my point across. He hesitates before suddenly changing the topic. Let's go get our tickets. Even Adrien can't lie and say that they're normal. I follow him to the ticket counter. He tells a slightly dazed woman our numbers, and she takes out the tickets. Here's yours. Thanks, I'll pay you back later. Oh, it's so spoopy dark in here. But then again, it is a movie theater. I have been in one of those since last year. I take my ticket from him and walk towards the staircase. Neither of us is interested in buying popcorn at this time of day, so we go inside early. The room is dark already, and there's constant noise level due to the loudly chatting people. Despite it being an early screening, the seats are filled. Usually, Tyler and I would go during the early bird times because the tickets are cheap. They're like $5 a piece, and I'm already a morning person anyway, so it doesn't bother me too much. Our friends, however, are not morning birds, so they're always like, no. Wow, I didn't expect it to be this full. If I waited until I got a screening someday where I can go in the evening, the internet would have spoiled me the whole story before I could watch it. I thankfully can't relate. You usually don't get spoiled on horror movies unless you search for spoilers on purpose. Or at least it hasn't happened to me before. Wait, we're watching a horror movie? I sit down on the comfortable red seat and wiggle around a bit. Since the heating must only have been turned on, it's still pretty cold. Oh my god. It's like pouring out, but now it's thundering and it looks even more horrible out. I'm really thankful I'm off today. Guess I'll keep my jacket on for another while. I look around. Maybe because it's early, there aren't as many couples as usual in the room. There's a surprising amount of all-girl groups, though. Oh, there's a couple. My gaze stops at two people sitting 3 rows before us. The short-haired girl is leaning against her boyfriend, who is laughing as he is talking. She turns her head. Oh, not a she. I guess it's another boyfriend. I look away right into Adrien's dark blue eyes. What? Nothing? Not nothing. Don't give me that look and then don't say anything. What kind of look was I giving you? Like you want to say something but decided against it. You do it all the time. He tilts his head and hums in reply. Maybe it's just something he doesn't want to say with people listening. Even though I don't think anyone can hear us right now. We are talking whispers, and other than my left side, which is empty, everyone around us is engaged in conversations. Are you uncomfortable with them sitting before us? His eyes move to the side and I follow them, landing on the gay couple that is literally cuddling by now. Jeez, you sound as if I'm homophobic. Just because I wouldn't date a guy doesn't mean that I've got a problem if anyone else does. The last time a guy tried to hit on you, you went running in panic. Yes. Because a guy flirted with me, it's plain weird for me. He sighs about something, then pats my head. I get it. Oh, you agree? I comfortably take possession of the armrest between us. Adrien leaves both of his hands on his lap. He doesn't have multiple laps. Not even trying to fight me for it. It's funny because I can see so many people trying to find a way to share the armrest while he always leaves it for me. How much time left? I pull out my phone and check the time. There's still half an eternity left before the movie starts. And even then, there are advertisements we have to endure first. I stifle a yawn. You know, I feel like this is the first time I've been so tired at the cinema, even though we always go pretty late. That's because you've switched your day and night rhythm around. Are you still going jogging with Hazel in the morning? She's so slow. She's not. You're simply more trained. I know, but if I wake up early, I have to run. I can't go for a leisurely jog like that, or I'll fall asleep while walking. How come you never went jogging with us? You don't live that far away. Rather, you never play any sports with me. No basketball, no soccer, nothing. Not even swimming unless it goes to the beach. And even then, you're mostly sitting on the side. And don't lie, you're athletic enough to catch up with me. I'm not too fond of sports, that's all. I don't feel like sweating. I don't like feeling sweaty. But you learned self-defense? That was less sports and more so something I felt was necessary to survive around you. That doesn't explain why you don't go swimming with me though. If you're in water, you can't feel the sweat. I don't like walking around half naked. That's okay, Adrien. I can understand that. Fair enough, even in summer he doesn't sleep without a shirt. You're like some kind of old-fashioned guy who disdains looking indecent in public. I'm shy. Oh, he's so cute. He says the words without a single muscle on his face moving. I snort a laugh. You don't sound convinced by your own words. It's not comfortable when people stare. Now that I can believe. Is this a trauma from the last time we went to the beach? Yes. At the time, he had come along with my family on a short vacation. Everything was all fine and happy until he went for a swim. Hazel had to stick to his side to stop girls from approaching him, but that didn't stop the stares. How are you still so unused to being stared at? I got used to it long ago. You enjoy being in the spotlight, contrary to me. He pauses and adds a sentence in a lowered voice. I don't need the attention of people I'm not interested in. Aww. True, you do strike me as a loyal type. I'll do my best to divert as many eyes away from you as I can. People just stare worse if you're with me. Huh? Really? It might be because we're two good-looking guys standing together. It's the same when I walk around with Hazel. We're just too attractive. I shake my head while I shrug with a resigned expression. Adrien gives me an amused glance. Yes, you are. I straighten up at the agreement. Even if I know I'm good-looking, it's still nice if another good-looking person agrees. His tone is almost a bit flirty, but I know he doesn't mean it that way. He's not into guys. So you both aren't into guys? Okay, narrator is gonna change all that. Wait, Adrien is straight, isn't he? Have we ever talked about that before? Unable to remember Adrien ever commenting on the preferred gender of his possible lover, I shoot him an askew glance. Or is he aromantic? Asexual? Why are you staring again? I'm not. You are. I look back at the empty screen. Nope. You should be straight, I think. If he gets a boyfriend, well, somehow I think that would be quite awkward. We've always been very close. I'm not sure if a boyfriend would be bothered by that. I end the thought process right there because Adrien stands up. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Toilet, I guess. I pull back my legs and he leaves. Right at that moment, the room darkens and the advertisement starts playing. I lean on an armrest and watch them with boredom. There were some interesting trailers, but nothing too exciting. In the row before me, someone starts chewing on nachos. Damn, I should have bought some. I didn't think I'd feel like having some. It's the atmosphere. On the other hand, the ads are almost over and I don't feel like standing up. Speaking of standing up, where's Adrien? I twist my head to look at the door. 1 or 2 minutes later, his tall form appears in the dark hallway, moving past the seats again and returning to my side. Something is placed on my lap, and I lift it up in confusion while Adrien sits back down. I can hear his voice in my ear. He's whispering in order to not disturb anyone else. I guess you must be wanting some, so I bought them after going to the toilet. Was I right? The sound nachos. Adrien, you're so good. The scent of nachos hovers before my face. I give him a wide smile and stuff one into my mouth. I could kiss you for this. He freezes for a moment, then continues making himself comfortable. Once again today, he messes up my hair, this time a bit rougher. Stop that. Stop making jokes. I got it. Thanks for the nachos. You're welcome. He does. He does like us. Obviously. The movie is interesting enough that I don't feel like I have to waste any money, and Adrien looks pleased as well. But Adrien paid for your ticket. Yeah, but he is gonna pay him back, I guess. I stretch my sore muscles after I leave the room and blink to adjust to the bright daylight. My sense of time is completely messed up. How's it so bright outside after you watched a movie? It does hurt your eyes when you do that. But you should take the screenings that end around midnight, so it's no surprise you're confused. Adrien stops and waits for his eyes to adjust. Judging by his rapid blinking, I rub my eyes and chuckle. I'm hungry. Let's get something to eat. Even after that huge portion of nachos, snacks aren't food. Now you sound like Hazel. I think I've got more habits from her than I like. I click my tongue. Massaging my stiff neck, I begin to walk forward. Follow me. I'll lead us to food. My, what a troublesome task you have decided to take on, especially considering we're in the middle of the city. I only laugh as I reply and approach one of my favorite stores, Adrien following right by my side. That is stinking cute. I feel like that story would be so adorable. Oh, my Twitch notification went off. But I feel like Adrien, I'm being biased. I feel like his route's gonna be the best for either twins we're going with, Jace or Hazel. Her name's Jace, right? I hope so. Hands down, I'm going for Adrien. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing both of the twins routes because I feel like that will be a hella long series if I do that. So I feel like I'm just gonna play Hazel and go for Adrien and Cameron, and then I'll let you guys like enjoy the game yourselves, so that way you guys can go get the game and play it at your own pace and see and pick your own choices, because I think that's the best part. I don't know if there are going to be choices for us to pick, but again, this is just a short demo just for the Kickstarter. So anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.